In this part, when Jin cut the Kajin arm, so the Tona twins hit hard, after trying to suppress their little brother. Because of the Tona twins, Kajin position as part of the Tona twins faction has been solidified. Thanks to that, Jin action have become not simply an unforeseen act, but a hierarchy battle, a long-standing tradition of Runcandle. He's done quite a daring act. Then Jin warned to everyone and say that all trainee listen, I am Jin Runcandle. You may point your sword towards me, or even launch a surprise attack on me, like I just did. However, if you even show the slightest hint of hostility towards me, I will not hesitate to attack you. After that, Zio Runcandle said to Jin that Jin Runcandle, the family 13th son, the youngest. Jin replied to him that, yes, elder. Then Zio asked to him that do you think, you can dare do such a thing before me? Jin replied to him that I do. Then Zio Runcandle asked to him that why is that? Jin tells him, because I believe that I did not fight the Tona twins, but you, elder. Zio Runcandle was surprised and asked to him that you fought with me, you say. How interesting. After that, Zio Runcandle point out the sword towards Jin and say explain. On your response, I might you on the spot. A fight between you and me, huh? That ought to be very interesting. Jin saying to Zio that you have chosen to use a unique kind of hazing on the cadets, despite me being among the class. I thought of that, as you attacking me. Zio Runcandle say, so, you are unhappy about me. The cadets, so you caused this commotion. Excluding the part where I am unhappy. Everything is as per what you said. In that case, you should have drawn your sword against me. Why did you injure a cadet instead? Jin replied to him that is because, I can't win against you yet. If I had thought that I could win, I would not have gone for Kajin or my brothers. But you. Then Zio Runcandle say that it seems you don't treasure your life very much. Or you simply put too much trust into the fact that you are the patriarch's son. Jin replied to him that is not true. I simply didn't think that just sitting on my hands, because my opponent is stronger than me, is something that a Runcandle would do. While losing your life could be just an instant. Honor is forever. Huh. Zio Runcandle shouted and say that bravado of yours is so foolish that it makes me, your uncle, happy. Alright, I will give it to you. You are truly worthy of living within the Runcandle family. Then Zio Runcandle saying to cadets, that don't you all forget about today. What you have seen today is what being in the Runcandle family is like. What this brat has shown us is our identity as sword fanatics. Oh, cadets struggle away. Don't forget your identities. You are dismissed. Your training starts tomorrow. All cadets replied to him yes, sir. After that, Jin saying to cadets, that I will give you guys a piece of advice as your younger brother. You might be more scared of our elder brothers and sisters right now. But would that be the same in the future? Don't just focus on what in front of you from now on. It will be better for you to act while thinking of the future as well. After that, Jin came back to Storm Castle. Moroccan asked to Jin, young master. You came back early. Jin say yeah. Then Jin call Nanny. And she replied to him that yes, young master. Then Jin tells her about the incident that happened in intermediate class. I have begun the hierarchy war with the Tona twins. But, I think that my older sisters, Anne and Mayu, are probably backing them. Nanny was worried and say that the two of them. Is that true? Jin say that yeah, I heard one of the cadets that was with my brothers. After some digging, it seems he belonged to my sister's faction. Well, because of my brother's slip of the tongue. He is now become part of their faction though. If my sisters come to know about that, they will probably be furious. In the first place, there is no way my brothers would be able to have a 5-star knight in their faction. Since, people usually only take in others, who are weaker than them into their faction. Nanny was upset and say but, both young ladies are already playing the role of a flagbearer, though. It is an unspoken rule, that flagbearer should only fight other flagbearer. Jin say that is alright. I am actually happy that my sisters have begun to keep me in check. This is a huge blow to my sisters. But since they are both flagbearers, there is no reason for them to come and harass me. The only thing they could do would be to mess with the allocation of my team members, and the difficulty of my missions using their authority as flagbearers. So, that I could easily get hurt or die. However, there are a lot of solo missions. Among the missions with a high difficulty. And in solo missions, there won't be anyone to keep an eye on me. Which means, that I can use my full strength freely in solo missions. Nanny happily say, in that case, it's actually a great opportunity. Jin replied to her, that is right. I just need to be thankful to my sisters and rack up my records. Then Jin caught Moroccan cat and say, I am sure, there would be a problem with bringing a cat along with me. Moroccan angrily seeing towards Jin and say, huh. Jin say, but Moroccan, I won't bring you to my missions. Since, I have other tasks for you to do. Moroccan was surprised and asked to Jin other tasks. What is it? Jin replied to him that I will tell you next time. So, until then, the two of you have to lay low first. Nanny smile and sat that yes, young master. Moroccan was angry on Jin and say humph. Next day, Zio Runcandle said to Jin and Tona twins that moving forward, after the three of you finish your afternoon training, you will be doing special training. In this secret training ground, that is only meant for those who carry the blood of the Runcandle family. These are special privileges given to you pure bloods. But don't expect the training to be easy. Understood? They replied to him that yes, sir. Then Zio Runcandle say our family swordsmanship focuses on power. It's destructive and unhesitant. To battle, to win, to possess. The traits of a Runcandle are reflected in our swordsmanship. There is no specific definition for our family swordsmanship. While there are secret and ultimate techniques, those can only be learned when you are a flagbearer. Jin thought that, looks like my sisters kicked up a huge fuss. Then Zio Runcandle say the swordsmanship has no fixed from, whether it is in regards to the footwork or the principles. This is the biggest difference between the Runcandle family and other martial families. After that, Zio Runcandle asked to them that do you know, why our family swordsmanship has no fixed form? Jin replied to him that it's because, of the unique physical abilities and talents, that the Runcandle family possesses. Zio Runcandle say that's right. Being a Runcandle means, you have a blessed bloodline. You possess a physical body and talent for the sword. That way surpasses the imagination of a normal human. Even, if there are slight deviations, you are still way above the average. What you guys have learned, so far has been very simple and easy. I will now, give each of you a steel ball. Jin seeing towards the ball and thought that, what's this? There is something inside. Steel fragments. Zio Runcandle tells them this is called the clear rock. Because, when you hit it, a clear sound will ring. I will now let you hear the three types of sound that the clear rock makes, so listen carefully. Then Zio hit the ball and say this is quite an unpleasant sound, isn't it? Then Zio hit the ball second time and say this is the next sound. They were surprised and say oh. Then Zio Runcandle tells them as you have just heard, the sounds that the clear rock makes differs, depending on the strength you use, when you hit it. If you don't strike it hard enough, it will a very unclear sound. And if you strike it with just the right amount of the strength, the sound it makes is utterly beautiful. Jin thought that, I see. The training is to make it so, that a beautiful sound will be made every time we stroke it. Which means, it is to train control, mental fortitude and concentration. If we take the physical abilities of Runcandle family into consideration, this is indeed the perfect training, despite being a simple one, but even so. It's just a drill where we hit the clear rock repeatedly. This is too safe to be the special train for Runcandles only. After that, Zio Runcandle ready to hit the ball and tells them, now the last sound. Jin was surprised and thought that what's the third sound, then? I definitely heard rattling sounds from within the clear rock. It felt like steel fragments. No way double exclamation mark. Then Zio Runcandle hit the ball third time, ball was explode, and Jin pushed Tona twins back and say lie down. They cough. Both were shocked and Daytona asked to Zio Runcandle that what happened? Zio Runcandle appreciate the Jin and say ho, the youngest sure has good instincts, huh? Yeah, if you strike the clear rock too hard, it will explode like it just did. After that, Zio Runcandle say, alright. Now that you know everything you need to know, start training. Zio Runcandle tells the Jin that you are first ones to not get hurt after Luna. Most of your siblings have learned from me. So, this brutish performance is a rite of passage of sorts. I didn't think, we would have another unharmed child. Jin say uncle. Then Jin request to Zio Runcandle that may I ask how Luna had avoid it. Zio replied to him that I think, you would be disappointed if you heard. All your brothers were as well. Jin say that's alright. Then Zio telling him that Luna, well, to be precise. Unlike you, she didn't evade it. Just like the others, she ended up taking the explosion head on. But, she was so sturdy. She didn't get hurt at all. They were shocked when they listened that. After that, Zio say, anyway. From now on, the three of you will be striking the clear rock. Until you are able to produce a clear sound at any given time and situation. He asked to them, do you understand? They replied to him that yes. On the other side, Nanny making a tea for Luna and say young lady. Luna say Nanny. Thank you. Then Nanny said to Luna this is about you told me earlier, but. Luna replied to her that, yeah, you are referring to the sibling that tried to assassinate Jin, right? Nanny say that yes, I am suspicious of young ladies Mai and Anne. Considering how they are trying to keep Jin in check, I believe it is highly likely that they were behind it. Luna say they do act out, but would they really? Are they crazy enough to assassinate someone in the Storm Castle? Taking someone still in the Storm Castle as an opponent in the succession wars is prohibited. On top of that, if father were to hear of such plan, the family would be turned upside down. And their own lives would be at risk, no. Then Nanny asked to her that then what are the chances of young master, Jin are misunderstanding something? Luna replied to her that he was 10 at the time, so I do believe that both cases are possible. To be honest, since then, we have been investigating for 5 years. But we still haven't gotten any results. I don't think Jin would have lied. Then Luna remembered the conversation with Jin. When Jin say that I think I am little on edge for some reason. Then Luna said to Nanny that he was still being cautious around me then. It was not because he simply felt awkward, but because he felt his life was in danger. It was that kind of atmosphere. Nanny asked to her then shall we investigate young ladies Mai and Anne? Luna replied to her that yes, please. I am more anxious about the fact that we have not found anything out up until now. It feels ominous. I feel anxious as well. I am worried you will be hurt by your siblings once again. Nanny, I have long passed my 30th birthday. Luna asked to Nanny, aren't you worrying too much? Anyway, I wonder if Jin doing well. Nanny asked to her that are you preferring to Jed Nim's training? Luna replied to her that yup. He should be starting to feel the effects of my mind. I training just about now. Getting hit by the clear stone would hurt a lot. I am sure he did fine. It's nice watching someone as they grow. The next day, after the start of afternoon training, 4 hours later. Jin thought this training, out of all the ones I have done so far, this feels the worst. Zio Runcandle said to 3 that 5 minutes break. Jin think that I thought it was training to control your strength and sharpen your mind. But I was wrong. I need to first increase the destructive power of my aura. Uncle was able to blow up the clear stone without using aura. But I am lacking in base physical strength. So, I need to make up for my lacking strength by sharpening my aura. First, I will have to sharpen my aura to hear that clear sound. Only then will I be able to break the clear stone. Don't rush it. Take it slow. It was something even those stupid brothers of mine were able to do in my previous life. That means there is no way I can't do it. They are all holding on well, but Daytona saying the break. Jin was angrily say what kind of a break is this? On the other side, Zio Runcandle seeing towards the Jin and thought, that kid is special. Who knows, he might even be able to break Luna record. At the end of the day, Zio Runcandle was angry and saying to Jin that how pathetic. Tell your brothers that, if they plan on collapsing tomorrow, they should not come. Jin replied to him I understand. Then Zio Runcandle seeing towards the Tona twins and thought the Tona brothers collapsed far later than expected. It seems they are truly Runcandle, after all. And the youngest is. Zio was too much angry on Tona twins and say just why is he the youngest? If only he were born 10 years ago. He could have grasped the entirety of Runcandle in his hands. You damned brother of mine, what a shame this is. After that, Zio Runcandle sitting on the floor and say it's such a shame, it really is. On the other side, 1 month later, March 1795, Intermediate Cadets Training Facility. One guy announced and saying to cadets that attention. The intermediate training class has received its first mission. All cadets, whose names are called, are to come forward. The first mission is a guarding mission. You are to guard the rookies from the Public Blacksmith Association. The guards are Houston, evading. Next, the third mission is Demon Beast Subjugation. Your targets are orcs. The location will be the unguarded areas of the Carano Principality. The participants will be, The guy was afraid when he seeing the name on list, then the guy announced the name for mission. Mesa, Bellup, Scut, Tamant, Kiko, Juicin, Eddington, Sierra, Hills, David. These 10. Bellup and Mesa was shocked. Then the guy say there are 25 orcs that must be subjugated. Because, orcs band together and move in groups. You must harden your resolve and devote yourself to the mission. That is all. Petrol will inform you of the details. I wish you all luck. After that, one guy said orc subjugation. Even though they are newbies. The other guys say that is poor things. They all come back beaten half of death. Other ones say that guess, we will have to prepare some incense and coffin. Kojin say that we still have time, until the mission starts, so how about writing your will? Other one laugh and say or maybe you would like to make a request to young Master Jin. Please save us. I am so scared. Tamant was angry and say what? Mesa hold timed arm and say hold it in, timed. We aren't yet skilled enough to fight against them. We still have our mission ahead of us. So getting injured would be troublesome as well. Timed say, but Mesa. They insulted the young. Mesa shouted and saying to them that shut up and stay still. Have you forgotten? This is Runcandle. We just carry out the mission we have received. And we must come back after successfully completing mission. That's what we can do to knock them down a page. The only method we have. We can flatten their noses.